MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 3 of the National League Division Series between the Atlanta Braves and the St. Louis Cardinals. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
It's been a good series so far as these two teams have split the first two games. So essentially this makes this a 3-game series. That means this game is huge. It's a lot easier playing knowing you're 1 win away from moving on as opposed to 1 loss from packing it up and heading home.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Home side about to take the field. This place is jumping. Here's public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2019 St. Louis Cardinals.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two guys who'll get the ball here in Game 3. And now here's the starting 9 for the visiting Atlanta Braves. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, D-Row?
Matty, this is going to be a fun lineup for me to watch. I get fired up watching these guys because they all have a plan. It works for them. They follow the scouting reports. They grind it out in the video room. I'm interested to see what they've come up with.
Adam Wainwright will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Adam Wainwright, we all know Adam Wainwright from having that big overhand curveball. His fastball has kind of come back a little bit. He's no longer 95 to 98 miles an hour. He's 88 to 92. Still has that good overhand curveball, but he really needs that third pitch, the straight changeup, to be effective. You'll know early on if he's getting swings and misses on that overhand curveball. Adam Wainwright could be in for a good night.
Here's Ender Inciarte, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
The center fielder, number 11, Ender Inciarte.
First pitch coming from Wainwright. And we're underway as the first pitch is a check swing, but a called strike, 0-1.
First pitch, 7:05.
The 0-1 pitch. And he pops him up, drifting toward the left side of the infield. There to take it in is Carpenter for the first out.
Batting second, the third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
Welcome to the stream.
First pitch coming. Here it is. There's the big breaking ball, and it's by him for a strike. Donaldson, commonly known as the bringer of rain around the game. He's in the midst of his 8th major league season.
Yes, we will.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball.
I invited you to a party.
Ready with the 0-2. Too high. 1-2. And there are our umpires for this one. Working balls and strikes will be Mr. Darryl Parker.
Well, D-Row, Darryl Parker behind the dish, and you never really know what you're going to get from this guy.
Yeah, sometimes, and I'd hate to be mean and say he flips a coin back there because that's not the case.
I just wanted to get my playoff series out the way.
Consistent zone, you just can't.
Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 5.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on.
Okay. I did not forget about.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Obviously not where he wanted that curveball to end up, but I guess it fooled him enough to get the swing and miss.
We are going to get it in with the pick game.
The wind up and the 0-1. Down the first baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2.
Okay.
And another foul ball. Just getting started here in St. Louis. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Braves. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. No score. Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Mark, what do you have on this group in front of the home crowd tonight?
Well, Matty, this lineup's going to have to find a way to score early. Get this pitcher uncomfortable, stay on the attack, get into the bullpen. That's the name of the game. They let this guy settle in, he'll breeze through 7 strong.
Sean Newcomb gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Really love Sean Newcomb. He reminds me a little bit of Andy Pettit, but better stuff. 94 to 96 miles an hour. Good curveball and breaking ball. His changeup has gotten better. Good fastball. The key for Sean Newcomb, getting ahead with the fastball to give himself a chance to use those off-speed pitches. Quality lefty with a very high ceiling.
All right, the Atlanta Braves attack you on defense this way. Hey, let's focus on Freddie Freeman, first baseman for the Atlanta Braves. He plays one of the most reliable first basemen in the game, makes the routine play. Not only that, he can pick and grin, saving his infielders some serious errors.
Lewis, the third baseman, Matt Carpenter.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Batting second.
So coming to the plate, Paul DeYoung. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here comes the first pitch. Smoke toward third. And he has some trouble with it. And a nice job to stay with it that time and get the second out of the inning. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now.
Baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
First pitch on its way. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Ranging back is Inciarte. It's a solo shot here for Paul Goldschmidt. His second home run of the series, and the Cardinals move out in front 1-0.
center fielder tracking the ball the entire way. He thought he had it, and he might tell you he should have had it, but he just couldn't bring it back into the yard. Sometimes it's a game of inches, folks.
I am gonna go on my stream so I can see the chat. Oh.
Batting fourth.
Here's Marcell
The left
Ozuna.
fielder,
And he's
I
a bit
got
tardy
you.
there on the first pitch fastball.
Ozuna.
It's 0-1. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Strike two called on the inner half. 0-2 now. Two out, nobody on.
I am looking to being us in a season form.
Now another one hit deep to left. And it's out of here. Back-to-back two-out home runs. A solo shot here to left. His second home run of the series as the Redbirds have taken a 2-0 lead.
Not the way you'd like to start a game, right? First inning you come in, you give up 2 home runs. We'll see if he can regroup right here. It's not easy to sometimes come back from that.
batting fifth.
Here's
The right
Dexter
fielder.
Fowler now.
Dexter.
He swings and grounds it to short. Swanson scoops it up, and the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. It's on to inning number 2 now in St. Louis. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Braves nothing. And now the Atlanta number 4 hitter, Ronald Acuna.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. 1-1. Line drive to center field. And there is the first hit of the ball game for the Braves. So it's an inning opening base hit, and the Braves have a man on.
Hey, nice leadoff single to start the second right there. They're already down. They got to find a way to stay on the attack and get back in this game. We'll see how they play it here.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Behind 0-2 now. Acuna gets his lead at first, nobody out. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time, laid off for ball 1.
Definitely not what you're trying to do here. 0-2 with a curveball. You see a lot of guys elevate a fastball like that in this situation, but a curve like that is just asking to get punished.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Oh, and he's caught looking at a beautiful curveball there as that buckled him for the first out of the inning.
Batting fifth. The second baseman.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he lays off there 1-0.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Albies with a 1-1 count now. Swing and a liner. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
and he just blasts this thing down the left field line. I thought it might bend foul, but it lands just inside the chalk, and he's able to leg it out for a double. Good looking swing.
Here's the catcher, Brian McCann, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. And he's got an opportunity to drive in a pair, perhaps even it up here in the early going. The 0-1 pitch. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 from Wainwright. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in, as Wainwright's able to jump ahead of him here with strike one. Popped him up. Molina waits on it. He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. 2 left for Atlanta. They trail it here 2-0. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Line drive to left. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong, as it's grounded sharply to first. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. And so with 2 away now, let's give you another look at our playoff bracket as you see what could lie ahead for the winner in this series. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And in to bat next, one of the fastest players in all of baseball, Harrison Bader. Here's the first pitch to him. Popped up. Albies is there, and how about that? A 3-pitch inning as this side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Leading off the inning, Sean Newcomb, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Sean Newcomb.
First delivery to him on the way. Pulled toward right center field. Fowler has a read on it. 1 down. So digging in now, Ender Inciarte. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like he got fooled a little bit out front, ended up popping out. Expect him to be a little bit more leery of the breaking pitch this AB.
Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0. A ball and a strike now to the Atlanta leadoff man. This is line to left, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
In today's game, with so many shifts being deployed on a day-to-day basis, for a batter to stay tall and drive a backdoor breaking ball the other way fires me up.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. As he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike one. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Good break to that one, and he's in command, 0-2.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball, and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
Into the box now, Freddie Freeman, as Wainwright's able to jump ahead of him here with strike one. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
If you're in the box right now, you got to wait him out. He obviously does not want to come see you with a fastball. He's been nibbling this whole at bat and just missed with that backdoor breaking ball.
2 balls and a strike to Freeman.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Good breaking ball, and it's in there. 2-2 now. I tried to backdoor him there, but it's a full count now. 3-2.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. Braves strand 1. They're still down. It's 2-0. The next to bat for St. Louis, Adam Wainwright, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Adam Wainwright.
First offering on its way. Fly ball out toward left center field. Acuna arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up the sweet swinging Matt Carpenter. Here comes the first pitch. Popped him up. Donaldson in foul ground, but this will land untouched. The windup and the 0-1, and it's fouled away. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. There to take it is Markakis, and he makes the catch for out number 2. And so with 2 away now, let's give you another look at our playoff bracket as you see what could lie ahead for the winner in this series.
Young.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in the Illinois State product Paul DeYoung. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. 0-1 the count. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit hard on the ground to third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They're up 2-0. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now as we begin the top of the fourth.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Fowler has a read on it. 1 out. Stepping into the box, Nick Markakis. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. And Wainwright able to get ahead with the breaking pitch for strike 1.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
0-1 count, and the pitch. High in the air out to center field. Bader moves over. 2 down.
The batter, number 1.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the exciting Ozzie Albies. First pitch coming from Wainwright. Swinging a soft liner, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
In now, Brian McCann, as he'll lay off a curveball up in the zone for a ball. 1-0. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ball 2 as the breaking ball misses inside.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Albies is off at first with 2 away. Line drive to left. Ozuna is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. 1 left for Atlanta. They trail things here 2-0. Stepping up now, Paul Goldschmidt. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
Very rarely, Matt, do you see a first pitch changeup hit out of the ballpark. That tells me right now that this guy was up there looking for the changeup in that last at bat. We'll see if they pitch him any differently here.
Hit in the air down the right field line. Markakis on the run. He's there and records the first out. So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that'll bring up big-time RBI man Marcell Ozuna.
It'll be interesting to see if they use that changeup in this at-bat. That last at-bat,
a swing and a shot hit down the corner, and he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. Lined hard toward right center, and that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate
Now
right
batting,
there. Try to
right
bust
fielder,
him in, D-Row, and he
Dexter.
fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the
Fowler.
pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Standing in now, Dexter Fowler. A line shot to third base, but the runner is back in time to avoid the double play.
The catcher, number 4, Yadier.
Now batting, Yadier Molina hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, pretty unlucky right there, Matty. Squared up a fastball nicely, and that's all you can do. You just want to be on time for the heater, and he's prepared for this next AB.
2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Liner toward right center. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. The relay. The tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that, the side is retired. Cards leave 1, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Welcome back to Busch Stadium as we send it down to Heidi.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves offense with their manager Brian Snitker during the commercial break, and he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. They're struggling to drive the baseball into the gaps right now, as only 1 of their hits has been for extra bases. That makes it pretty tough to generate runs, but he said it's up to everyone in the lineup to make the necessary adjustments. It hasn't gone their way to this point, but that shouldn't mean they can't put together some great swings the rest of the way.
Leading off for the Braves,
Thank you, Heidi.
the shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Up and in for ball 1. Two and 0 the count to Dansby Swanson.
Not a great spot to be in right here, 2-0, but I'm not so sure why he's pitching this guy so cautiously. A bottom of the order guy you don't normally see getting pitched like this.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Hit on the ground to third. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, the pitcher.
So in now is the Atlanta pitcher, Sean Newcomb. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Looked like a breaking ball that time, but it never came back down.
Really high curveball right there, struggling with the release point. That's the key to the curveball, figuring out and finding that release point.
In there, 1-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-2 now to the Braves pitcher. Popped him up. Under it is Carpenter, and that's out number 2.
The center fielder, number 11.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Ender Inciarte. A hit in 2 tries so far. Here comes the first pitch. In there for strike 1. Hit to short. DeYoung gathers it in. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They're down 2-0. Here's Colton Wong now. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
First delivery to him on the way. Ripped down the first base line, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So one away here with the bases empty, and in to bat next, one of the fastest players in all of baseball, Harrison Bader. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Swanson picks it up on to first, and very quickly 2 are gone in the home fifth. Into the box now, Adam Wainwright. Here's the first pitch to him. Line towards center field. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. So instead of leading off the following inning, Matt Carpenter bats next with 2 away.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only is he throwing the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options. Whether or not he wants to pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
First pitch of the at-bat. He pulls this one into right. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. No balls and a strike to count. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The 0-1 pitch. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Grounder down the line at third, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Markakis giving chase. But it's over his head, and it hops the wall for a ground rule double.
And I can't blame the pitching coach for making that walk. That's 3 consecutive 2-out hits here, so he's going to remind this guy that they just need to make 1 good pitch and get this inning over with. Let's see if the talk does any good.
2 men on, 2 out, and stepping in, the power-hitting first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. From the stretch. Now a swing and a deep drive to left. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left, his second home run of the game. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Looked like he might just work out of that inning, only giving up a single run, but it all comes crashing down on that mistake. Nothing like a 3-run bomb to change the entire complexion of your day on the mound.
Here comes the Braves manager out as he'll take that slow walk toward the mound, and it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart here in the 5th after working just 4 2/3, and he's on the hook for the L unless this one turns around. Luke Jackson gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys.
Jackson. The left fielder,
Into the box,
23.
Marcell Ozuna.
Marcell.
As he will take a look at strike one on a fastball right down the pipe. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Here's the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Line drive to center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Another good inning for the Cardinals as the usual sea of red love what they're seeing. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Stepping in for the Braves, Josh Donaldson. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
First offering on its way. Breaking ball that's cut on and missed for the first strike.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's his windup. I don't know if it's just flat stuff. But he's getting a lot of swings outside the zone, and he's having a big game.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
He'll be kicking himself tonight if he doesn't come up with a big knock right here. That pitch was in a hittable location, and a hitter of this caliber usually doesn't let that go by.
Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. Takes this the other way to right, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Hey, after starting the game 0 for 2 with 2 punch outs, that single had to feel good right there. Nice piece of hit.
5, Freddie Freeman.
Stepping in now, Freddie Freeman, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. No hits to this point. Oh and 1, here it comes. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
No hitter is ever going to feel good about taking the hat trick with 3 strikeouts in a game, but I will say he's not the first guy to have a terrible game against my man on the mound. And you know what? He won't be the last. We all know he's one of the best in the business for a reason.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Ronald Acuna. He's 1 for 2 in this one. He's set, and the pitch. And he fouls this one off. Donaldson leads off first with 1 away. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2. Oh, and it's tailor-made to short. 6.
Well, that's always the danger when you've got a lead that's this big. You know there's not a lot of doubt about the outcome of the game, so you lose focus a little bit in the field. And sometimes as a player, you try to trick yourself into playing like it's a close game so you stay sharp.
Into the box now, Nick Markakis, as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Popped Next up, Molina over to his right, 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman.
Digging in and looking for more, Ozzie Albies. It was a single for him in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
And it's belted high and deep into right center. Bader going back to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. 2 left for Atlanta. They still find themselves down 6-zip. Bottom of the 6th inning on its way, but first here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He told me it feels like every ball they've put in play has been a laser. And the numbers back that up. 6 of their hits have come off the bat at 90 miles an hour or harder, guys.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Dexter Fowler. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
Line drive to left. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit leading off for the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
In now, Yadier Molina. As he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Now the 0-1. Line to the right side. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. And now Gracious just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem.
Now batting, the second baseman, Colton Wong.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Colton Wong. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first down.
Now batting, center fielder, Harrison Bader.
And that'll bring up the former top prospect, Harrison Bader. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. This is line to left. But this will hang up just long enough to be run down in shallow left for a tough second out.
The pitcher, number 50, Adam Wainwright.
So here now's the pitcher, Adam Wainwright, and a chance now to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone. First pitch coming. Here it is. Skied into straightaway right. Settling under it is Markakis, and he puts it away to retire the side. Cards strand a couple. They lead it 6-zip. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. On to the 7th now in Game 3, but before it gets underway, we take a look at our game summary through the first 6. Stepping into the box, Brian McCann. He'll be in there to start things out against Adam Wainwright.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Curveball looked at here for strike 1.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
On the move is Ozuna. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 7.
Digging in, Dansby Swanson. A pop out and a ground out for him to this point. First delivery to him on the way. High in the air out to center field. Bader is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Johan Camargo will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out from the bases empty.
Johan Camargo.
Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
He pulls this one into right. And this is going to find some real estate out there as he comes through off the bench with extra bases. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his arms very well, was able to get it over the right fielder's head, one hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel coming off the bat.
Into the box, Ender Inciarte, as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1.
And when a guy starts leaving the curveball up, that's a sign he's beginning to tire a little bit out there. He's got to be able to get on top of that pitch, or he's going to start getting hurt.
The 1-1 home. Hit back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. The throw to the plate. Now the tag by Molina, but it comes too late. He's in there to score.
Yeah, and they say better late than never, and that's definitely the case here. They couldn't get anything going through the first 6 frames, but they scratch a run across here in the 7th. We'll see if they can parlay that first run into something more.
Into the box now, Josh Donaldson. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch coming from Wainwright. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
Hey, I watched Tom Glavine master throwing changeups inside to right-handed batters and getting them to pull it foul. If this guy can command that front hip curveball, he's going to go to it all game.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone and foul, though it had the home run distance. Again, he sends it out of play. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
1 ball, 2
The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Inciarte, the runner at first with 2 gone. Takes this the other way to right. Fowler is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. On to the bottom of the 7th. Get up and stretch here in St. Louis. Cards lead it 6-1. Daniel Winkler gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 58, Daniel Winkler.
Here's Matt Carpenter. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about the best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High and deep to right. Markakis looks up. And it's gone as they add still another. solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second home run of the series, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Well, the skipper called on him for a reason, and I can guarantee you one thing. That was not what he had in mind. First pitch, and it was out of here. That's a rough way to start your day at the office as a reliever.
Now batting.
Standing in now, Paul DeYoung.
Paul DeYoung.
Line drive to left. Acuna is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Paul Goldschmidt will stand in again as he looks for home run number 3 in the ball game, as we flash you back here to his second home run. This was back in the 5th inning, as he has the long ball working in his first few at-bats. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fly ball out to right field. Markakis has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The left fielder,
and now the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Marcell Ozuna. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get...
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Cards get a run courtesy of Matt Carpenter. We'll march on to the 8th. It's the Cardinals 7 and the Braves 1. Now in the box, Freddie Freeman. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
First offering on its way. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike.
They haven't gotten much going against this guy so far in this one. He's been pitching well. And one of the key numbers to look at, first pitch strikes, over 70% so far in this outing.
A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Freeman will head to second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Now, good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. Into the box now, Ronald Acuna, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Curveball taken for a strike on the inside. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Throw goes over to third. Oh, and the throw across the diamond is too late at third.
Took a real risk by going after the lead runner there heading into third. That's always a tough call, and it's hard to fault them for being aggressive. But you hate not to get an out when the batter was giving himself up.
In now, Nick Markakis, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Weak grounder down the line at third. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
They get the run there, but this late in the game with the lead in hand, you'll definitely trade an out for a run. That doesn't mean a whole lot.
Stepping in, Ozzie Albies. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's set. Here it comes. And this is taken outside for ball one. Acuna, the runner at second with one away. One and one the count now.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
No problem over there for Goldschmidt, and there are two gone now. Now at the plate, Brian McCann, runner in scoring position with two gone.
McCann.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Nope.
Lays off 1-0.
Well, that curveball was really a hanger, and that's not a good sign. He's got to get back on track. He needs that release point to get out front and get the ball down in the zone.
The 1-0 now to McCann. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Braves will settle for just the one. Home half of the eighth straight ahead. The Cardinals lead it 7-2. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Jesse Biddle is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth.
Now pitching and batting in the seventh spot, number 63, Jesse Biddle. Now catching and batting ninth.
Coming to the plate now, Dexter Fowler will lead things off in the inning for St. Louis, and he'll be followed by Yadier Molina, who waits on deck. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Popped him up. Albies moving to his left. And that's the first out of the inning. Standing in, Yadier Molina. He singled his last time up.
I mean, Yadi, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a really, really nice offensive player.
Strike one to start the at-bat. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Manny V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
And now this will get over the wall down the line out there for a ground rule double.
You can see that he was all over that pitch, yanking it down the line. They're lucky that thing bounced over the fence, because if it would have gotten lost in the corner out there, there's no telling how far he could have gotten.
Colton Wong will stand in. And a first pitch swing. He hits a fly ball to left center. Acuna's there for it. Makes the play, and there are two gone now. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with two away now.
Up next for the Cardinals.
So stepping in, Harrison Bader. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Acuna's there for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. One left for the Cardinals. They're on top 7-2. Striding in, Dansby Swanson. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Dansby Swanson.
First pitch on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it. 1-2. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Drilled on the ground to short. DeYoung fields it cleanly. On to first, and that means the Braves are now down to their final out.
Now batting.
So the lineup flips over and digging in, Ender Inciarte. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this will be fouled away. The 0-1 on its way. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Tried to go with the nasty backdoor breaking ball right there. Good job by the batter to take that pitch, work the count even.
2 out, nobody on. And there's ball 2 now. Pops this one up. Carpenter in foul ground, and no one will track it down. Final strike for the Braves. And here's a ball hit in the air, but this will land untouched. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Popped up. And they'll make the catch here to end it. And the Cardinals are going to take a 2-1 lead in our series. They take the pivotal game 3 here at home as the ball game is over.
Hey, listen, in baseball, we don't see very many complete games any longer because of pitch counts. But listen, he was good from the first inning through the 9th. Well-deserved complete game victory.
Heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
And this evening's ends at a 7-2 finish. St. Louis take a 2-1 advantage in this division series. Adam Wainwright is the winning pitcher of record. Sean Newcomb permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and Heidi Watney on the field, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals. 7 runs on 12 hits. 1 error. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 11 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Busch Stadium, a sellout, 45,529. The Cardinals would like to thank you for joining us. Please drive home safely.